The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
What an exciting day it is to be here. This has been pretty quick for most of you, particularly our student athletes. And ladies, I want to thank you for being here today to show support of our new volleyball coach, Coach Dave Franklin. When I think of Carson-Newman athletics, I think of excellence. And that's been evident for many, many years at Carson-Newman. And I don't think that anyone would argue that our program and our athletic department takes a back seat to anyone. And so is it a challenge for us to keep it there? Not at all. Not as long as we have you ladies and coaches like I'm getting ready to introduce in just a moment. But this happened pretty quickly. Congratulations to Coach Ayers. We wish him nothing but the best at Middle Tennessee. Matter of fact, I'd like to open with him next year and let you ladies have an opportunity to play him. But I doubt he'll want to do that. But when we were looking for new coaches, as all of our coaches, several things we look for. Number one is when we tell our student athletes we're looking for men and women of character who can come to this university and continue the great legacy of Carson-Newman. And that's producing outstanding young men and young women who, too, can leave Carson-Newman with a great degree in a Christian educational program, and they, too, can come back and be of service to others. That's number one, and I think we have found that. Number two, we're looking for people of excellence who know what it means to be excellent in everything we do, our personal lives, our athletic lives, our classroom, and so we're looking for someone of excellence. We're looking for someone that's passionate about their job or their position, and I think you'll hear that. We're looking for people that are committed, that are going to stay there when the times are tough, and they're going to be with us when the times are good, and I think you'll see that. This job was not a lot of folks would like to be sitting in the position of Dave Franklin today. It's an outstanding job to mentor young women. Number of applicants, but it came down to Coach Dave Franklin. And so I'm not going to steal all of his thunder, but I want you to join me as we welcome the man that's going to take us to the national championship, your newest head coach, and I want to welcome him to the Carson-Newman family, Coach Dave Franklin.
Awesome. Sit down and enjoy this, right? Enjoy the moment, live in the moment. That'll be something you hear me talk about a lot. This is my first head coaching job, so there's some thank yous that I definitely want to throw out there. First off, I'm going to start with the good Lord above. Bless us all with talents. Mine seems to be in education and coaching, and it has led me here right at Carson-Newman University, which is, as Mr. Morgan has said, and I believe we're the premier Christian university in the South, and if that's true, we're the premier Christian university in the country. So that's a great way to the idea that we're going to develop young ladies. That's where we're going to start. That's where everybody should start. Second person I want to thank is my wife, who's standing in the back there. I started as a high school biology teacher, and about 4 years in, I realized my passion lied in coaching, and we decided together that we were going to pursue college coaching, that she was going to be there and help me out, and understood that relocation might be part of it, and that it was going to take a lot of time and effort to get there. I've got to thank her, because without her, I'm not sitting here today. I would not have the opportunities to go learn under the coaches that I did and get the experiences. So I love you, and thank you very much. My parents are here, but I got to thank them. They've been very supportive. I got a college degree, and I decided I wanted to be a coach. They were a little nervous. They weren't sure how that was going to work out, but got to thank them. And I definitely want to thank Mr. Morgan. This was a place that I wanted to be, first of all, because of these young ladies sitting over here. The accomplishments that they had under Coach Ayers, and I've got to give him his due. He has started something here, and I get to come in and keep it going. But it's all due to your hard work. Even for Coach Ayers, he knows that. You know that. You're the ones that make this ship go. We simply guide it. You put in the work. And that's the reason I wanted to be here. You guys have obviously showed the work ethic, commitment that it's going to take to win a national championship. And that is what the goal is here, and it will be until we win it. And when we win it, it'll still be the goal the next year. It's going to be something that we focus on, and we understand each day that that's what we're working for. So those goals are not going to change. But with that, I'll kind of leave it open and answer some questions.
What's been your message to the team when you first met with them?
My first message was to reassure them that their goals of winning a national championship wasn't going to change. The second thing I reassured them, thankfully, Coach Ayers and I come from a very similar philosophy of volleyball. It has a name called Gold Medal Squared. But to let them feel at ease and understand that it wasn't going to have to change their philosophy. They weren't going to have to learn a whole nother style of volleyball, that the work that was put in before to get where they are now, we're simply going to push that to the next level. And to let them just kind of get to know me, let them ask some questions and start building that rapport with one another.
You have 2 seniors heading into next year that will now have 3 coaches in 4 years. You have one that is a transfer, her third coach in 4 years. What do you say to them as they become your leaders next season?
I asked them to actually be the leader of understanding for even underclassmen that a coaching change, the commitment it's going to take to just get where we want to go, to understand that it's about them and their team is still intact. It's a new coach, but the relationships that they've developed with one another and together, that they're going to do this together, that the person up here is simply the leader, is going to push them to become better people, better athletes, better students in every area. But it's them. It's their relationships, their memories together. That is going to be what lasts a lifetime for them.
What was it about this job that was most attractive to you?
The first thing is I love the idea, and if you go through my career and track record, one is that it is a Christian school. That is the first thing. I think that is actually a huge advantage in recruiting, and especially knowing that that's the goal right from the get-go, that we're going to develop them that way. The second thing is when I looked at it, all the resources are amazing. But when I came here, it's the people. Mr. Morgan was the first person I talked to on the phone. I think it was meant to be about a 10-minute conversation. It turned into over an hour. And I knew right then and there, I'm like, it's the people that make this place run, and that's going to be a big difference in recruiting. It's the people here. So when you combine all that, this was definitely somewhere you want to be, because as a coach, you want to win at the highest level, and that's the expectation. And that's a challenge that we're going to meet and hopefully even exceed.
Coach, when there's a coaching change, a lot of times there's a question about, players staying and going and things like that. When you see the turnout here of the ladies that have come to the press conference, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel amazing, but I think it speaks more volume of the university. They are enjoying their time here, they're learning here, and it speaks for the volume of how close they've gotten as a team that they want to stay together. It makes me feel amazing. It also makes me feel secure that I'm walking into a job in a university where everybody wants to be. So that's just great signs and just makes my job that much easier.
I'm sure they're already in the recruiting situations and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of strategy you putting as far as local kids and things like that?
Right now, the first priority is for our kids that are signed and then the kids that are also committed, letting them know that the family is still intact. Everything that was probably preached to them about this university from the education standpoint, development standpoint, it's all the same. And then I think this is a program that we're going to look for the best players. We're going to start here at home. We're going to look right around us, but this is also a program in school that's shown the ability to recruit on a national level and pull from all areas of the country. So I think it's just going to be about identifying those great kids, that are not just athletic, but are great kids and have their priorities straight, that can play volleyball at this level and take us to the next level of winning that national championship.
I assume you're going to take over the sand program too. Have you got a lot of experience with that or before?
I do not have a lot of experience as being the head coach of a sand program. I played sand volleyball. I played college volleyball as well, so I have an idea. Learn a little bit more of the structure of actually when you play a match and the duels and how that works. But I think it's an awesome opportunity, especially at a smaller school as beach becomes more popular in this country, for us to not just grow, a program, but to help get more exposure to the school. It's only going to build what Carson-Newman is in his athletic department. So I'm looking forward to the challenge of it and growing it and watching what it becomes.
There's probably a little more pressure on you than when Dan took over, I imagine, as far as the accomplishments. 2 straight trips to the NCAA tournament. Talk about that a little bit.
I was an athlete, and I loved the challenge of it. And I'm excited that Dan has built that kind of tradition, and that I'm the lucky recipient that gets to come in and see his hard work and their hard work and just push it to another level. I believe I have the abilities to do that, and I don't view it as pressure. I just look at it as the next challenge in a coaching career, and it's going to be fun chasing it. And when we get there, that vision that we have, the vision that they have, it's just going to be fun to live it.